Hey guys, welcome back to the Wild North. Starting to feel like summer today. I tell you, it's plus 24 degrees Celsius out, May 2nd. So it's a beautiful morning. So we hung our beaver there last night, got them all dried out nicely, let the rigor mortis settle in. So we're going to start skinning these beaver here. So I'm going to use my Havalon knife. Dad's skinning his, sharpening his knife there. That's a nice hunting knife. I don't have to sharpen this because it's got the interchangeable razor surgical blades on it. That's a nice knife. I'm getting used to it quite well. So we're going to knock the bark off these two beaver, get them fleshed, and get them ready on our hoop, put them on the hoop stretchers. You know, my father, he's not a trapper, but he definitely has some experience skinning and fleshing and doing a bit of beaver trapping in his younger days, I believe.
Lots of it, actually. Unfortunately. So when I was a lot younger there, like I was telling you beforehand, there we used to have to, kind of got tricked into going and carrying wet old beaver hides with my uncles there. So when I was about 12 years old, they'd always say, come on out, let's go and check some traps. Well, we didn't know that meant carrying wet beaver hides home on a pole over your shoulders.
Yeah.
So, you know, when you walk along Creek 5 miles with 6 beaver hides on a pole, they kind of dig into your shoulders, and there were no backpacks or anything fancy.
So last night there was a bear hanging around. Charlie was barking and stuff, and we thought a bear was kind of snooping around, probably circling around the camp checking us out or whatever. So how we're going to do this, I'll work on one side of the table, Dad works on this side of the table, and then we could watch each other's back as we're, you know, so that's kind of how it works. And that's the same if you're sitting around the fire. You both don't want to be sitting looking one way, you know. You sit across from each other and you got the whole area covered. And plus we also got Charlie, but he's kind of in the sleeping mode here now, so I'm not too concerned about that bear coming in camp, you know. When he does come in, I got this beautiful Weatherby 12 gauge pump shotgun. I got her filled up with 3 SSG and 2 slugs. This is my mother's shotgun, and she pretty much made me bring it along for the camp gun. You know, she worries all the time, so if that bear comes in camp, I'll give him one of these. And if this isn't strapped on my back, it's hanging close by. And alongside not only this, I got another 12 gauge here, and I got my 270 as well. So I dare that bear to come and camp because I'd love to fill my belly up with bear meat, and I never skinned a bear in 2 or 3 years. So everyone's kind of got their own ways to skin, and I guess it goes as what works best for you, huh? Myself, I always start from the teeth, and I make my straight cut down to the glands and then to the tail. Holy fuck, you're done already?
Yepper. I don't dick around.
Fuck, I'm only half done.
Well, do a couple hundred, you'll be pretty good at it.
Fuck, right on. You can finish mine for me if you want. You know, I didn't want to have to put bug spray on for the first time this year, but I got bit 3 times there, so it's time to fucking put her on, I guess. Might as well get used to it because they're only going to get worse. There we go. That's a pretty nice sized beaver pelt, this one. See, I got a little bit of fleshing to do on the back there. I cleaned up most of the fat off it. A little bit of fleshing to do on the middle. All that meat's got to come off. I'll knee flesh this pelt here. And yeah, get that knee fleshed, and that'll be just about ready for the stretcher. Now you see here, the castrum gland. This has to come out. You know, this is gold, man, you know, for trapping. And this gland here is good. Every animal will come to the smell of this one. The smell of the beaver castor. You could use it for lynx, marten, mink, fox, everything. So with this gland here, you know, you could send it off to the fur harvester's auction. I think they only take it on demand, but they sell it. See, that's just oozing out of there. It smells real good. So you buy it on demand, and it sells for about $40, $40, $50, 53 I think last time I checked. But you know, this is a nice big one, nice hard stuff in there, and this actually smells real good. They use these glands for a lot of things. woman's perfume, artificial flavoring, all kinds of different things. So this is important, but I save it for bait. I never sell it because, like I said, it's worth its weight in gold. Dad's knee fleshing this pelt here. You see how that goes there. Just goes over your knee, and when you get your knife right at the right angle, it just fleshes all that right off there. How's that knife? Is it fairly sharp or not too bad?
Not too bad. Need a little touch up, but it's been a long time since I stitched on these suckers.
Oh yeah. Oh, it's looking good. So this is the first way I ever learned how to flesh beaver, you know. I do clean fleshing one time, or clean skinning. It takes a little longer. I'm still getting used to that. I'm not as good, but I'll definitely get better at it. But this is a good way to do it too. Takes a little bit time, but you know, it ends out real good, huh? You see. So now all this fat left on later on, this just gets scraped off with the scraper later on. So when you're knee fleshing a beaver there, you always want to keep as much on there as you can, and this meat actually pulls down as you're fleshing. So that's knee fleshing a beaver. So while Dad's working at the fleshing, I'm just cooking us some lunch here. We're gonna have some mallard, some fresh mallard. Yeah, that looks pretty good. Little knee fleshing.
Yeah, got most of the big chunks, a little bit of stuff around the edge here yet, and it's good enough for you.
Yeah, I know all the fat will scrape off on the stretcher, I guess.
If you don't like it, you can do it.
No, you're doing good. I'm cooking lunch over there. It's just
Sure?
it's just about lunchtime. So
I can cook too, you know.
once you're done, we'll have some lunch.
Sounds good.
So there's everything that Dad fleshed off of that pelt. All the meat on the back of the beaver. Charlie, want this? Chew it, my boy, chew it. So I picked up this selfie stick here when I was in town last week. The only reason I picked it up was because it comes with a mount for the camera, huh? And I didn't have a camera mount. And recording with my camera a little bit, I figured I better find something to mount. So anyways, I've never tried it before really, but let's just test this selfie stick out and see how it goes. So it kind of gives you a little different angle of things. Could go up high, could go down low, I guess. So here, let's just test this. So these hoop stretchers here are sure to dry out nicely. They're not soft anymore, or they're not wet anymore. They kind of dried nicely. So the smaller beaver we'll put on this one here that we got yesterday, and of course the bigger ones will be for bigger beaver. So it's good. Like I was saying earlier, I never ever did try stretching a beaver on a hoop stretcher, but I have been watching YouTube videos and I got a good idea about it now, and my father did a little bit in his younger days, so can't be that hard, you know. So I'll try it one way, which we'll get onto a little later, and if that don't work, we'll try it a different way. The way I've seen it looks like you could use rope to slash it that way. You could use wires, you could use hooks. I guess you could also buy steel frames for it, but like I said, I'm gonna play around with it and figure it out. So this is gonna be good. Charlie, just fed you. Just ate a whole friggin' hind leg of a beaver. Look at that. Jesus, Charlie. And oh, Charlie, you already ate. Remember what happened last time I fed you all the time? Remember how big you got? Huh? You, Charlie? So anyways, as lunch is cooking, we'll head down to the creek and see how much of the ice melted since last night. Like I said, it is plus 24 degrees Celsius last time I checked. So we'll just go have a look. All this ice will be gone out of here, I think, in no time. Oh yeah. Look at that, huh? That's all soft ice there. See, my decoys are all set up out there. Only heard one goose this morning, but he didn't come around too much. Hey, Charlie. So yeah, so that's kind of the plan anyways. So what I'm hoping to do, I'm hoping to get these beaver on the stretcher here. I want to take my game trail cameras out and get them set up. They're just sitting inside the shack, not doing anything. So I got a couple good ideas, so I'd play around with that a bit and see what we can get on game trail camera. So I better get back and check on my mallard before it burns. Have a mallard sandwich for lunch, and then get back to work.